Hello, and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Casey Merritt,
I'm Becky Ortega.
and we are super excited to be sharing this class with y'all today. This is actually something near and dear to our hearts. Both of us are educators, and we know that educators need extra self-care. You have to fill your cup so that you can show up as your best self for your students and for the world. So if you have not yet already, go ahead and grab the worksheet for this class. If you received that, if you did not, ask us for it, because when you fill it out, you get rewarded. You're going to get some freebies for filling it out. So the worksheet is 2 pages. We're going to be just listening to fill in the blanks and then filling out the last page here. And when at the end of the class, you can text it to us, text us a picture of your completed worksheet, and we'll hook you up with those goodies. All right, so grab some water, grab your worksheet, get something to write with. If you've got your oils, get those too. Always going to be taking some oil breaks, right? And let's jump right into it. Let me get this going for y'all. All right, so this is a teacher's guide to thrive. We don't want to be in survival mode. We want everybody to be thriving. So this is why we took all of our experience from years of educating, of using essential oils, of being on a self-care journey, and made this class for you. So this is how to naturally care for yourself in your classroom. If you have never taken our essential oils basics class, I do recommend taking that so that you kind of have the foundation for essential oil education. We are going to hit the highlights in this class, but it's always good to start with the basics. And if you have other topics that you'd like to learn, we have a class for everything. And if we haven't made it yet, we would love to make another class, because as educators, that's fun for us, right? So just a little bit about us. I'm a self-care empowerment coach, which means I help people listen to their bodies, to their emotions, hit pause, and really tap into what we need. And I set people up with some holistic, safe, natural options to support those wellness goals. So I am an essential oil expert, mama, and I'm a substitute teacher too. So if you're in DFW and need some help, could be your girl. Maybe. Becky, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am currently the librarian at Gullidge Elementary. I've been there for about 3 years, going on 4 years now. Before that, I spent a few years with special education, and before that, I taught pre-K through fifth grade. So I've taught lots of different things, and the library is definitely the place for me. And when I started the library, it was COVID, and that's really when I started using the oils consistently at school for myself and in my space, because we all needed that extra support those first few years. And it's caused a huge change to just who I am as an educator. And yeah, and I also have 3 little guys.
So before we jump into the specifics for teaching, we do just want to, just for people who have never had any experience with essential oils, or maybe need a refresher, the 3 ways to use the oils that we're going to be sharing with y'all today. And the oils that we're using are doTERRA essential oils, which, oh my gosh, okay, it's like a whole nother world of quality, purity, effectiveness. So with that power, they do pack a punch. These are very, very potent, strong essential oils. So we want to cover these basics on how to safely and effectively use them, whether you're using them at home or bringing them into the classroom. So all of the oils that we are sharing are going to be good for aromatic use. This is how you can, enjoy them, whether you're diffusing them or inhaling them out of the bottle or from a drop in your hands. It can actually positively affect the mood, which is really cool in the classroom, because you can literally set the diffuser up and it's going to be, making an impact on the atmosphere right away without anybody even knowing it, right? It's also able to cleanse the air. So we definitely are going to be sharing a lot about the On Guard blend today with you guys. So to show you how you can clean naturally and actually clean the air that you're breathing. And because of that, you're supporting the respiratory system. So that is a big issue. We have a lot of that in the schools, with the Scentsy candles and plugins and like all these sprays and things to combat the smell of sweaty children kept
Yeah.
inside a room all day long, right? Like it's a real problem. But unfortunately, a lot of those options out there are very toxic, and they are literally pumping the air with carcinogens, and they can be really especially harmful for people who have asthma and have some respiratory
Mhm.
issues. So
Yeah.
or like myself, I'm really sensitive to artificial fragrances, and it triggers an instant migraine. So you're going to be doing a good thing for yourself, but for your students and everybody else in the classroom, because
Mhm.
when you walk by somebody's class and it's like the fragrance is so strong, I mean, that can be a killer if you're sensitive to smells like that. So there's just so many beautiful ways to enjoy these oils aromatically. We have some fun like jewelry that you can wear, like the lava stone jewelry is really good, or just wooden, felt, things like that. So you can be like a walking diffuser, and as you're checking in with your kids, like you're gonna be spreading those therapeutic benefits throughout the room. Now, the second way to use these oils is topically. Again, all of doTERRA oils are going to be good for the aromatic and topical use. Now, in the classroom, you're not so much going to be putting the oils like on the kids,
Mhm.
right? That's, probably should not do that. But you can put them on yourself. And we have some tips and tricks and little hacks that we've come up with for still letting the kids, have the smell, but not necessarily putting it right on them. So we'll get to that. But as far as using them on your own body topically, you can actually apply them wherever you need them for relief. So let's say you're having some head tension, you're going to put the oils on your temples, on your hairline, or on the back of the neck. If you've been in front of the computer all day and you're getting all the tension in your shoulders and back, that's where you're going to be putting the oils. If you're having some digestive upset, you're going to be putting the oils on your stomach. So put it where you need it, right? We do suggest having these tools that are on the screen, the diffuser, this fractionated coconut oil bottle, and these veggie capsules. These are going to be 3 tools that are super useful when you're getting into essential oils, because you can use them all 3 of the recommended ways. And the carrier oil is a must have if you are, if you have sensitive skin, if you are putting them on your own children, kids you have permission to put oils on, you're definitely going to want to dilute. We've got a whole class on oils for pets. That's another topic. But my point is, anybody with thin or sensitive skin, definitely dilute, because these oils are so strong, you guys. Just to put it in perspective, you'd have to drink 28 cups of peppermint tea to have the same effect as a single drop of peppermint essential oil. So some of these, like those mints, those peppermints you put on their skin, it's very cooling and tingling. Whereas, like the On Guard blend has cinnamon, clove, some warmer oils. So if you put that on your skin, it's going to feel warm. And so if you have sensitive skin, you definitely want to dilute. Some of the products that we're going to be sharing with you guys today are already diluted in, they're called touch roller bottles. And that just means that they're ready for touch. They're ready to be used without diluting, because they've already had that carrier oil put in there. Um, and yeah, so there's lots of other reasons why you should dilute. Again, come to the basics class so we can you can get all the wonderful goodness on how to use these. But I just wanted to really drive that in, that using a carrier oil to dilute for sensitive skin is super important when you're using them topically. Now, the third way you can use the oils is internally, and not every doTERRA essential oil is going to be recommended for internal use, just like not every plant out in the world you're meant to go out there and chew on, right? But the ones that are recommended for internal use, it will say on the bottle, and they will also have a supplemental facts label. So just like your nutritional facts label on your food, all of our oils and supplements are going to have a supplemental facts label, which tells your brain, okay, I can ingest this. I can take this in my body. And some ways that you're going to be doing that is putting the oils in water. I've got some oils in my water here. I've also got something else called MetaPower, which is awesome for your metabolism. It's how I start my day. But you can put the oils in your water. You can put them in your coffee. Becky's big fan of coffee with the oils. She's got some fun suggestions that she'll share with you later. But always, always, always stay away from plastic and styrofoam, aluminum cans. Those cheaply made materials, they really they get broken down by the essential oils because these oils are so powerful. You can do your own green cleaning with them, but they will break down those plastic bottles. So don't be putting the essential oils in your plastic water bottles. Stick with glass, or the stainless steel ones are real easy to find. Other ways to enjoy these oils is in vegetable caps. So sometimes you'll want to get the benefits of taking the oil internally, but you don't want to taste the oil, like oregano oil. We've never made that mistake, but there are people who've made the mistake. It's so hot, it's so spicy, they've dropped the oregano oil down their throat or under their tongue. Not a good idea, y'all. Use your veggie caps. Veggie capsules are the third tool I would recommend having. Veggie caps are just an empty pill capsule that you drop essential oils into and take it like a regular pill. But other ones we just drop under our tongue. Just did that right before this class. Did some frankincense under the tongue. So I know that was a lot of information in a short amount of time, but I had to cover the basics so that you understand all the basic ways to use these oils that we're going to be sharing with you. All right, so that was a lot. That was a lot of information. If you've got some oils around you, go ahead, put a drop in your hand. We're going to do a little self-care check-in. I don't think, if you've been hopefully following along in your worksheet, filling out those blanks, I don't think we have a section for this. So maybe if you want to just flip your paper over and do a little self check-in. And as we're breathing our oils here, we're just going to take a moment to check in with yourself, hit pause, and be honest. This is not to shame you for what you haven't been doing or what you could be doing better. This is just to get some information, right? Tap in with yourself and jot down on the piece of paper, where are you showing up for yourself? How are the ways that you are caring for yourself right now? Are you making sure you're getting enough sleep? Are you managing your stress? Are you drinking enough water? Are you making sure that you are, nutritionally getting what your body needs? How's your emotional health, your mental health? Go ahead and write down all the ways that you are currently caring for yourself. And then at the same time, write down the areas that could use a little more love and attention, a little more TLC. What could you improve on? Are you getting enough movement and exercise? Is your spiritual cup full? So many aspects to self-care and our wellness. Okay, so once you've had that moment with yourself, now you know, okay, where do I need to show a little bit more love and show up for myself more? So we've kind of broken down this class into different areas that you can support your self-care. The first section is more like on the physical side. So for immune support, oh my gosh, as a teacher, you're constantly surrounded by children and germs. Let's be real. Yeah. So making sure that your immune system is operating at its best. Um, and this isn't on here, but just a side note on your immune system, it your immune system's effectiveness decreases when you aren't caring for yourself and all those things we just like did that brain dump on. Like if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're feeling stressed out, if your mental health is not okay, like if you're not doing any of those things, drinking enough water, your immune system's gonna pay the price. And we can't afford to do that as educators. So um, the there's a whole component on enough sleep, enough stress, on all that stuff. I do actually have a whole class on self-care specifically. But right now, we want to share a blend that has been super helpful for our family for supporting the immune system. And also not just, defending your body from outside threats, but it's also a really, really cool way to clean your house in a toxin-free way.
And it smells good.
And it smells really good. Like, oh my gosh, whenever we clean, people come over and yeah, it doesn't smell like Lysol or Pine Sol, but it smells clean. It smells fresh, and you're not getting a headache from it, which is a win. So you can use the On Guard blend quite a few different ways. These are just a couple examples. Diffusing the blend in your diffuser is going to cleanse the air, support your immune system and your respiratory system. So there's a lot of wins just by diffusing it. This also comes in the On Guard Touch, that roller form. So you can roll the On Guard Touch on your spine and your feet bottoms for immune support. And feet bottoms, that's actually one of the best places to apply your essential oil. So we do that with our kiddos, like, at bedtime is a good time. You're tucking them in, roll some oils on their feet, right before story time. You do that to yourself. We keep a bottle on our nightstand, so you can do that to your own feet. Give yourself a little foot massage at nighttime. Um, but what if you need some serious support? Okay, maybe you've been exposed to something, you're like really run yourself down and you're like, okay, like I'm not feeling my best. That's where we get out the On Guard soft gels. So this essential oil blend is in a pill, a soft gel, and it has some other really powerful, like all natural antiviral essential oils in there too. So we bust that out when we need the big guns. But there are the On Guard chewables for daily support. So that's going to have those essential oils to boost the immune system, but it also has like zinc, vitamin D, C. There's something else in there, I forget, but those are really good for just day-to-day support. What about cleaning, not just your home and yourself or your kids' hands, but safe and effective cleaning in the classroom? Because I know y'all have to sanitize, right? But you're a lot of times sanitizing with some pretty scary stuff. Like, oh my goodness, you are absorbing a lot of toxins and carcinogens in through those wipes, through the sprays, through the hand sanitizer gel. Like most hand sanitizer gel has some pretty bad stuff in there, which is why we use the On Guard sanitizing wipes, the spray, and the gel. So just so you know, there are very effective and safe options for cleaning. There's some really cool studies that have been done on the power of On Guard and cleaning. So you can check that out. But yeah, we use the On Guard cleaner concentrate to clean our entire house, kitchen, bathroom, the floors, the windows. All you do is add 2 tablespoons to a glass spray bottle, fill it with water, and we use that even with our little guys, that we feel confident in them running around and spraying everything with that. So if you have some helpers in the classroom, you can do that. So that's for the immune support and toxic free cleaving. Definitely the On Guard blend is the best one for that. Aches and pains. So if you're ever by us and you've got some aches and pains going on, one of us has got some deep blue.
I have it in my desk. Yeah.
Your desk, backpack, like we don't go anywhere without a deep blue product, because this is your go-to for all those aches and pains. So, topically, you can use either the Deep Blue Oil Blend, the rub, which is like a lotion form, and then we have this stick, which what's your favorite?
I like the rub.
You like the rub?
Yeah, it's very strong. You only have to use a tiny bit. Lasts for a while.
It gets really cold. Yeah,
Mhm.
what's cool about the Deep Blue, it has like a nice cooling, tingling sensation, and it smells so good. That wintergreen, oh my gosh, it smells amazing. And then it slightly heats up, not like
Mhm.
hot, but just like a very light, warm sensation. So I love the stick.
Yeah, you.
I love the stick. It's easy to just roll on when you're driving or whatever. But anywhere we've got aches and pains, I'm using the stick. It even has copaiba, which is an essential oil that's a great anti-inflammatory, natural pain relief. Like the Deep Blue stick is where it's at. So that's how you can use it, like put it on your body, right?
Yeah.
Internally, but internal support is also an option. There's a lot of people who have like chronic, just like ongoing pain, whether it's minimal or severe, right? So, putting the oil blend on your body is going to have that like immediate effect. Whereas, kind of doing it as a preventative measure, I would recommend the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. So those are the pills there. Lots of anti-inflammatory properties in there. But yeah, so if you're on your feet a lot, or you've been at a desk all day long or whatever, and you're feeling the tension, you are gonna love the Deep Blue line. Energy. Okay, so I'm actually allergic to caffeine. This one is not. She likes her coffee, but so I can't rely on like a bunch of cups of coffee to keep me going in the day. I actually love, like, if I'm feeling a little low, I love the Mito 2 Max capsules. So this is natural energy and stamina complex. It's fantastic. I take two of those when I'm starting to feel a little sluggish. Um, it's amazing because it actually supports your mitochondria, those energy powerhouses in your cells. And then in the diffuser, this is your absolute favorite, right? Like
Peppermint and citrus. Yes, that's my wake up happy blend in the
any
library.
citrus or is wild orange your favorite?
I like the citrus blends. There's one
Mm,
that has flowers in it and citruses, but I mean, everyone loves the smell of peppermint and orange.
right? No, like everybody loves that smell. I've never had somebody smell peppermint and wild orange together and not respond very positively, because the peppermint actually allows more oxygen into your brain. So that's why you feel more alert, not just mentally, but physically in your body. Like you have more energy. And then the wild orange is just so happy and uplifting. So together, they're fabulous, which is why they're both in that motivate, encouraging blend. This is a pre made blend. doTERRA has lots of single oils, but their blends are where, oh my gosh, like we love their blends. And the motivate encouraging blend has that peppermint and wild orange and vanilla absolute.
Mm.
What do you say it smells like all the
Smells so
time?
sweet, almost like mint chocolate chip.
It does smell
Mint
like mint
chocolate chip.
chocolate chip cookies. It does. They're quite tasty. It's quite a yummy blend. So pop that in your diffuser when you need some more energy, especially it's like 2 o'clock hits and the world is like moving in slow mo because you're so close to the end of the day, but so very far away. So when you need more energy, you can put those in your diffuser or on your body. We do have an entire system. I got a whole class on it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But the Meta Power system for metabolic health is a new line that we released recently. And this is all about metabolic health, which, of course, a lot of people, because of that, are seeing like weight loss. But there's so many other benefits: more energy, decreased like the brain fog, um, like their skin improvements. It's a lot of really cool stuff. So if metabolic health is something you feel like you need some support with, talk to me about the Meta Power system, and I'll send you that class recording. But the biggest thing, for us, I'd say, as far as like making sure we always have that natural energy, is the Life on Vitality pack.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so If you've been going through the day and you're starting to feel like a little bit like, oh man, I'm kind of dragging butt today, what's usually the case? Did you take your supplements? Yeah.
Supplements or sleep.
Right. So, yeah, the Life on Vitality Pack, we'll talk about that in a moment, but that is definitely the foundation for our health. Yeah, can't say enough good things about Life on Vitality Pack. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is a trio of supplements, and it's actually doTERRA's number one product, like even more so than the oils, because of how, I mean, it's just been such a game changer for so many people's physical and emotional health. We're pretty confident about this. So confident it's actually a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So if you try this, you stuck with it, we're consistent for 30 days, and you're like, I just don't really notice a difference, send it back, whatever. You can send back the empty bottles. But when people take this consistently, the big things that I hear, because they're giving their body what it actually needs, they're filling in those nutritional gaps, more energy is
Mhm.
definitely the big one. Better focus, just general relief, physical and emotional, like their well-being is greatly improved. And there's three components to this. It's going to give you all of that whole food multivitamins and minerals. That's what you get from the Microplex VMZ. So whole food, meaning your body actually knows what it is and knows how to process it. So the alpha CRS is going to have your antioxidants. It's going to be the thing that is really supporting those mitochondria, which is why you're having more energy and feeling younger and just like more vibrant. And the Z omega is going to be for brain and heart health. So your omegas, your 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids, and 9 essential oils. So this is literally supporting your body on a cellular level. Like above anything we're talking about today, guys, this is the thing that I would recommend everybody trying. Just try it for 30 days. You got nothing to lose because
Foundation.
it's the foundation for your health. If you're not giving your body the basics that it needs, it's not going to thrive. So, Life on Vitality Pack. All right, do you think I drove that in enough?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All right, nutrition. So, oh my gosh, this one, you're pretty bad about skipping meals.
Yeah, no, most teachers are. Uh-huh.
It's a problem.
Yeah, I'll eat like pretzels and
Not a meal.
yogurt for the whole day.
Not a meal.
There's no time.
Okay, but there is time. Okay. So, but this is how you like don't fall down dead every day is you actually are really good about taking your protein and your greens and your fiber and your now you've gotten really good at taking your lifelong vitality pack that used
Yeah,
to be
that's
hard for
true.
you, but
Yeah, it's a commitment.
you did
You
it.
have to practice. Uh-huh.
So when you don't have a lot of time, this is in a powder form. So you just mix it with water, mix it with almond milk, mix it with whatever you want. And it's fast and it's actually really good. Like I'm pleasantly surprised with how delicious. I never thought fiber would be good.
I
Look,
like the greens.
you like the greens. Yeah, no, those are good. But like any other fiber I've had has
Yeah.
not been good. And these are all delicious. So there's actually a cookbook available. If you get any of these, let us know. We'll send you this e-cookbook that has some really easy and yummy recipes on how to incorporate these in ways that you wouldn't have thought of besides just like popping it in a blender. Yeah, so Nutrition Fast, we've got an awesome nutrition line. All right, so drinking more water is probably one of the biggest wellness goals that I hear of. Like everybody could drink more water.
Yeah.
Um, and it can be hard for a lot of people. You used to not drink
I
any
didn't.
water.
No, not until I was nearly 30. And then I started putting citruses in my water and it tasted good enough to drink.
Citrus oil, because you couldn't do the
Citrus
fruit.
oil. Yeah, the fruit will deteriorate your enamel, but the oils, you absorb more easily. And it's also a gentle detox.
It's a really gentle flush of all the toxins. It's great for your metabolism and gut health. And there's so many yummy citrus oils. So we've got lemon, wild orange, grapefruit, lime, green mandarin, tangerine. Those are like all the time. And then
Mhm.
sometimes we get like some really yummy citruses that we don't normally get.
Red mandarin.
love the red mandarin, the white grapefruit. Like they're so tasty. So you're going to drink more water because it's delicious, and you're doing a lot of good things for your body at the same time. And just remember, do not drink out of plastic, styrofoam, or aluminum. Stick with a glass, stainless steel, ceramic, or silicone. Okay, so that was a lot of physical, tools to use for
Mhm.
supporting your physical health. So we're gonna move now. Becky's gonna take over like the mental health
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
emotional.
mental and emotional health, which is just as important as the physical health,
Right.
right?
Oh yeah.
So this is Headspace. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it. They offer this really cool deal to educators. As long as you teach in a public or private school, you get a free subscription. And this subscription is like $80 a year. And you get it like as long as you're teaching.
Oh,
Super cool. You can use it for yourself, your family. I used to use it pretty sporadically, just like when I need a little pick me up in my day and put me in a better mind space. But here lately, I've been struggling with insomnia pretty bad, and my stress kind of hits me as I'm about to go to sleep. So you like listen to their guided meditations for winding down at night and falling asleep, and I mean it like hypnotizes me. It's kind of become a need now. Um, so yeah, I would highly encourage y'all to take advantage of that. It's a really good program for your mental health, and it's free, and it's like very diverse. Like they have like inspirational videos you can watch when you're feeling low, and breathing exercises, and yeah. So I recommend looking into that. There's that um the link right there
oh yeah,
forward slash.
headspace.com/educators. I can't believe that educators can get that for free.
No, it's huge. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about what we can do as educators to influence the energy that's in your classroom. And now, when I say the word energy, I mean like the mood, the atmosphere.
The
Some people would say
vibe.
vibe, yeah, but it's a really real thing because you've walked into different classrooms and felt the difference. I mean, you can't really put a name on it all the time, but you can feel that energy. So, where that's coming from is you, the educator or educators in the room. And they have the more positive energy, obviously, when their stress levels are low, their mood is good, they're in good health, kind of like things that Casey just talked about, like taking care of yourself. And when you come to work with good mood and good night's sleep and all that, I mean, that's going to change your day. You're going to be more open and patient with students and flexible. That's going to impact the entire classroom environment. And obviously, sadly, the same thing happens the other way around when we wake up and it's not been a great morning. And hopefully, we have the tools to kind of snap ourselves out of it. But we've all had those days, and our classrooms do feel it. The other way we can influence energy is through your environment. Now, environment's really cool because you have a lot of control over it. Like this is your space as long as your admin's okay with it. Like you have a lot of control. Voice level has been used for millennia in schools, and our kids know what a voice level 0 is compared to a voice level 4. So that's one way you can really put control over what's happening, the energy in the environment. And I think voice level is interesting because it kind of shows how influencing the energy of your classroom is like a classroom management skill. Like voice levels are kind of a part of behavior management. This kind of falls into that same category. Music, a lot of teachers use music. It's usually calming music. Sometimes I hear like some gentle hip hop, but music can actually shift our brain. We could have music to focus or music to calm or music to uplift. So music is a really cool way that you can change your environment. And lighting, a lot of teachers dim their lights or have multiple lamps or have those blue filters to put over fluorescent lighting. Lighting totally changes the mood. Calm corners, if you're in elementary school or special ed, I know you've used these a lot. They can actually be quite essential in most classrooms to have a de-stress calm space for kids. And lastly, essential oils. So I want you to notice before I go into essential oils that all of those things are sensory engaging. There's auditory, there's visual, there's tactile. If there's something soft in the calm corner, I mean, we usually have something to touch over there. And then essential oils are, your smell. And I think that's really interesting because, therapists say that you can ground yourself quickly the more senses you have activated. It always makes me think of like staring at a campfire. Like humans have always liked to be around a campfire. And I mean, like you watch the fire, you smell the fire, you hear it, you feel it. I mean, it's like all of them. And you taste it if you're eating s'mores.
Yeah.
That's a little
Yeah, I
off
was like,
topic.
we need to put chocolate into the environment somehow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's your taste. That's really the one I don't have in there.
Right?
That's kind of a self-care thing.
It's the chocolate. You're
Yeah.
allowed to eat as much chocolate as you need, right? Yeah. Okay.
So the more senses you can touch on, depending on what kind of energy you want, and you have control over that, the more impactful it's going to be. And essential oils can be a huge, huge part of this. And then lastly, the student obviously has a big part to play in the energy of the classroom. And we don't have a lot of control over this element, because we can't control the inner workings of our little guys or what happened at home or how much sleep they got. Um, but we can teach them how to help control it themselves. So the only way we can really influence energy of the student, is teaching them the skills and modeling the skills to teach them how to self-regulate, how to move through conflict, how to express their emotions better, which, we touch through SEL instruction, and we can implement mindfulness practices to help this as well. But yeah, and we know the student's energy can influence us as well, which can be a bad cycle to be in or a good cycle to be in. And hopefully we have skills where we can, not be super influenced by that energy. But I mean, if you've had a day and it's happening over and over, I mean, it's going to affect you. So we got to help ourselves and help them. And then it's all one big ecosystem.
It is.
So I want you to try to visualize what the ideal energy your classroom environment would have. What kind of mood would you like it to have? It might be something that's already present in your classroom or something you've thought about changing, or it might be totally, completely different from what you're experiencing in your classroom right now. I know in the library, it's a library. Our mood is pretty much always calm, low stress, unless we're falling asleep. Then we need to get a little more alert. But what energy do you want in your classroom? Does it change throughout the day? I know mine changes as we get into the afternoon. I always remember my fourth grade student teacher. Her classroom is very unique in its environment. I remember the first day I came, like it was like real dark with little lamps on. All the kids like were just talking so gently and kind, and there was soft music, and people were like lounging on things, doing their work, that kind of environment. And then like another day I went and there was like some disco music on, and the lights were dim, but they were like flashy, like party lights. And they were like dancing and laughing, and they were doing some sort of test review. Like he's trying to pump them up. And I was like, that's so cool how she has so much control over, the energy these kids are feeling and what they're, putting their focus on. So, I mean, you have to be really intentional with this. It's not just going to set itself unless, you have like a classroom of child monks or just some super calm or super focused kids, and all of them are the exact same. I mean, if not, then you really have to be intentional with what do I want, what's going to help my kids, and how can I make that happen? Okay, so using oils in the classroom. These are 3 ways that I've used them. Diffusing them is the easiest. You hit yourself, everyone in the room, it affects everybody. It fills the room very well, especially if you have a good diffuser. I put about 10 drops of oil in my diffuser early in the morning. It lasts to about afternoon. And I mean, it fills the whole room. Like people will walk in and that's the first thing they mention is the smell, how it smells peaceful. So people always ask, how much should I diffuse? It really is up to you. I usually stick around 10 because I like stuff strong, but some oils, their smell might overtake others. Like peppermint or lavender, I think are really strong. So, you have to experiment a little bit and maybe add a little bit of different types of oils. Um,
We just use the blends. The blends are like
yeah,
balanced perfectly.
yeah, the blends are my favorite. You can also use oils in your calm corner. Um, you can apply them to a stuffed animal, some sort of soft item, a pillow, something that can absorb the oil to be smelled on. My little 7-year-old Mabel, she has some regulating challenges. And she also struggles with pretty bad anxiety at times. So since she was teeny tiny, she's used the little roll-on oils for her hands. And now she's past few years, she's been using them, putting on her stuffed animals because like a stuffed animal is like a security thing for her. So when she's upset, she has a stuffed animal, she has the oil, she'll put it on herself or she'll ask, she's like, my animal needs oils. So, I mean, if you have that for the kids to do in your calm corner, I mean, they are going to love that. I have a few stuffed animals in the library that I let my kids read with, and I mean, the fifth graders. I mean, everyone wants to hold a stuffed animal when they're at school. So that could be really effective in your calm corner. And at their desk, this is good when you need to like individualize what one kid really needs that pick me up after lunch. He just can't focus. And the other kid after recess cannot calm down after recess. He needs to be calmed down. So you can individualize what your kids need if you put the oils on something they can have at their desk. Also good for times when they need to have like a lot of independent focus on their work. They can, smell the oils to help with that. But ways you can have oils at the desk, you can apply them to cotton balls. That's easy and cheap. You can have pom-poms. Um, you can make, some people have desk pets, something that's, as long as it's soft and absorbent. And recently I've started delving into quiet critters. Now, quiet critters are like these guys in that picture. Um, make them with pom-poms and googly eyes, pretty much. That's it. And I haven't started it yet. I actually got the idea recently because our special teachers use lip smackers on the kid's hand as motivation and just to smell it. And I was like, I can do better with that with oils.
Yeah.
So you make a little quiet critter. If someone's working quietly or doing their expectation, the critter will sit on your desk and watch you. You're allowed to smell the critter. You're not allowed to play with the critter. And then if you follow expectations the whole time or so quiet and focused or whatever you want the kid to be, that critter might choose to go home with that kid. So that could kind of be like a secret student thing. So like two critters are going to choose. I wonder who it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a super cute way. And let's be real, like I'm pretty sure middle schoolers would be down for getting a quiet.
Yeah.
At least some of them.
All right. So just kind of piggybacking on, keeping the energy lower, stress and calm in your environment. The first group that we want to share with y'all is the adaptive line. Oh my gosh, we love adaptive.
Life changing.
No, like it seriously, it is. This actually came out right before 2020, and the adaptive calming blend was formulated specifically for stress, anxious feelings, and overwhelm. Anybody experience those? So there are 3 products in the adaptive line. The first is the oil blend, which is undiluted, so it's great for the diffuser, great for topical use. Then there's the adaptive touch roller. So we use that, putting it on our wrists, behind the ears, back of the neck, putting it on the pets, or the little stuffed animals in the classroom. So that's great for topical use. But then there is the adaptive calming blend capsules. And these are really cool. We use this like for preventative stress, right? So take them every day, but if you know you're going to have like a really stressful day, you may want to take extra. It's totally natural and safe. So it's a good thing about oils. You can't overdose, right? But the capsules are cool because they have GABA in them. If you're not familiar with GABA, it's a neurotransmitter that literally calms down the receptor sites in your brain. So when you're feeling stressed out, having those anxious feelings and overwhelm, those receptors are going crazy. So using something like adaptive and those adaptive capsules to calm your body, calm your brain, get out of hindbrain, get out of fight or flight. So definitely use this during high anxiety or stressful situations during testing. So this is a really effective study oil blend because it kind of brings you where you need to be, right? If
Mm.
you're like really amped up and need some like calming, it chills you out. Whereas like if you need some upliftment and focus, it has those oils in there for that too. So it's kind of like the catch-all oil blend. Like it's just very versatile. Everybody loves it. Um, you
This is the one I use
right.
daily. I mean, unless I have another need going on, because I interact with, hundreds of people a day, and I don't all know what they need in that moment, but the adaptive is adaptable, and it's really hard to explain the scent.
It
It's
is.
very anti-stress.
Yeah. No,
It's fresh, it's spa-like.
fresh fall and grounding. I don't know.
No, yeah, everyone
And
needs to experience it.
yeah, and there's the big things that I usually smell is like the wild orange and like the florals, but there's
Mm,
also a lot of like calming, grounding tree. Like, yeah,
mm,
if you haven't smelt it, you got to get to try the adaptive. That's
mhm,
like an overall favorite.
mhm.
So if you're having some conflict in the classroom, it's great for that. Just overall the favorite choice for promoting feelings of well-being. The other favorite is probably balance. Balance is the grounding blend. So this has a lot of, it's very earthy. It's like a very light, I think I feel like it's lighter than the
It
adaptive
is, yeah.
too. It's got a lot of trees, grasses, roots. So it's very like earthy and grounding, which makes it perfect for hyperactivity, stressful moments, and just overall emotional support. Like it brings you into balance. Um, and then lavender. Oh my gosh, everybody loves lavender. Most
Mhm.
people love lavender. This is a very calming, soothing oil, not just for physical stuff, but emotional stuff too. So wonderful for hyperactivity, high tension, anxious feelings. You can add lavender to pretty much I mean, I can't think of something where it wouldn't smell good. It's just kind of one of those. It's why lavender is in so many of the
Yeah,
blends.
it blends well.
It blends well with most things. So you can create a diffuser blend with lavender, wild orange. There's some balance in there. You can't go wrong, guys. Like there's no really wrong way to mix stuff in the diffuser. Like you're not gonna like put the wrong things together and it explode in a science experiment gone wrong. No, you're gonna find your favorites, but you can't do it wrong. And the other side of that is, more feeling more alert, having more focus. So these are some of our favorites for those purposes. And you're going to want to use these not just to increase focus, but like in the afternoon, everybody's just kind of like, oh, just having a hard time finishing the day. Thinker is the focus blend. So this is actually part of our kids line. We have a whole line of essential oil blends in the rollers that are formulated for kids. So a little bit more sensitive, maybe not such strong oils.
Mhm.
Um, but Thinker is for focus. So you can use this topically. Put it on the stuffed animals or the desk pets, put it on the cotton ball or a pom pom. I mean, I use the kids rollers.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not, even though it's diluted for very sensitive skin,
Mhm.
that's why it's a kids roller. Anybody can use them.
Mhm.
So if you need more focus,
Well,
and
also because they're a little extra diluted, they're pretty affordable
they're
and you can
very
get several
affordable.
at a time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Peppermint is an oil that's in most blends because it does blend well with everything. We like to use it alone or with other oils. Some of our favorites to blend it with would be the adaptive or some citruses. So we talked earlier about like the peppermint and wild orange combo, so yummy.
Mhm.
And we love peppermint because it's giving the brain that more oxygen, it is going to naturally make you more alert and focused and energized.
And I kind of use peppermint as needed. Like I'll have like the adaptive or something else, but
Mhm.
then when I need the peppermint, like just for myself, smell it with like
Mhm.
orange or put it on my neck. But yeah, it's happy.
It wakes you up.
Hmm.
And then adaptive, like if there's one blend to take home from this class, it's the adaptive blend because it just brings everybody where they need to be. And then these citruses are super uplifting and happy. Wild orange, citrus bliss, citrus bloom. Um, Citrus bliss is like obviously a lot of citruses, but it has like a little bit
Vanilla.
yeah, it's very sweet, whereas citrus bloom has a lot of florals in there. So if you like flowers and citruses
Mhm.
together, but you can do those alone, or you can pair them with the peppermint or the adaptive or lavender. Those are some yummy combinations.
Okay, so we talked about the classroom support. Let's talk about the student and how we can help support them and how they influence our classroom. So this is kind of about SEL and self-regulation tools that we can help the kids learn. So the first thing I would talk about is breath work. Breath work has really changed how I teach, how my kids feel, how my space feels. You can see that little picture on the bottom left is some first graders doing their breathing circles, and they like to stretch when they do it. But my younger kids, I mean my older kids, like fifth graders, they will totally participate in breath work. They're just, a little bit more quiet about it, but they'll do it with themselves. Um, so what started me on breath work is during COVID, I needed a lot of breathing practices and a lot of calming, especially at nighttime. Um, so I found this YouTube channel. It's called Sleep Tube. I wrote it right there. Um, and I don't even know how it came to be, but eventually I was playing the music in the library and me and the kids started breathing with the video. And I was like, this needs to be a part of our every library day. So I start every library class as soon as they sit down, we do 3 breathing circles and then we can continue because we're in a good learning space. And I'll just show you like 10 seconds of what this looks like. All right. So we breathe in, hold it, and real slow, blow the circle away, like 3 times. And then we have it continuing to run the sounds throughout the room because the sound is very calming as well. This one's called Good Mood, Good Morning Booster. So I like that one in the mornings. Um, Also, Headspace has a lot of cool breathing visuals. I mean, they'll be like 1 minute long, maybe shorter, but it gives you a little visualization to put with the breathing. So, I mean, it's good for all ages, but little kids would really pick up on that. Also, past few years, lots of really cool children's literature, like openly instructs on breathing, or it's kind of more of a passive story on, the powers of breath work. Um, Breathe Like a Bear is a great one. They have a lot of cute little visuals. Like each page is like its own little breathing practice. And like one will be like, you're sitting around the campfire, you have hot cocoa, you smell it, you blow it, you sip, like, like, I don't know. They break it down in an easy, kid friendly way that is memorable for them and they enjoy kind of with their imagination. Puppy in My Head is like one of the top 10 children's books that I think have come out in the past few years. Um, it's about like how in our heads, sometimes it's really calm, sometimes it's high excited, sometimes it's hyper. And like the analogy is there's a puppy in your head, and the character has to learn how to calm the puppy at times, and their invisible leash is their breath.
Mm.
So I don't, the kids really like that. And we're like, what kind of puppy do you have in your head? So they eat that up. But cute little stuff. But pretty much we just need to keep in mind that students must be taught these skills. It's not anything they're going to pick up on their own. it's likely not things that are talked about often in the family. So we need to directly teach them and we need to model for them how to do things like this. And I mean, it's a lifelong impact.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so cool because they'll come in, and they're all crazy and wound up, and then as soon as they start doing this, it's like an immediate
Mhm.
switch.
Yeah. And like it just takes you one day to learn it and they're all on board. Oh, and I didn't mention 444. Sometimes, like if I don't have YouTube on for some weird reason, I didn't turn on the computer fast enough. We'll do 444 breaths. And that's just like a square breath. Like you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, breathe out, hold it, breathe in. And they use their fingers to kind of keep them on track. And that's a
Mhm.
really good slowing down the heart rate breath.
Mhm. Good for you too. We need to pause for breathing during the day, right?
Oh no, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so there is Headspace for yourself, but there's also a really cool program Headspace has made for the classroom for students. It's the same website address you can go to. And also at this address, there's like really helpful resources, like there's even lesson plans. They break it up how to teach this in a calendar, like 2 minutes a day. They have posters. I think this 3-minute video might explain mindfulness in the classroom better than I could. So let's give it a listen.
I love that. That did do a good job of explaining how important it is to have this in the classroom. And we get this for free.
I know. And it's just a couple minutes out of your day, and that's like a big impact on that kid and your class.
Mhm. Thank you for putting all those resources together. So if enjoyed the brief skim we had over self-care, there's actually a workshop that is all about self-care. It is one of my favorites, and it's returning in March. The date is still not yet nailed down, but if you're interested in this, text care to 757-375-7669, and I will plug you in with the details. But this is an online workshop. It is all about self-care, and you can choose different packages that have some really awesome goodies in there. Oils that we're going to be using during the workshop. There's some packages that have like chocolates and journals and all kinds of fun stuff. So you can choose which box you want to get. But it's a fabulous workshop. We're going to be doing some reflection exercises, really like pausing to listen to ourselves, some intention setting, and we're going to create your own guide to resetting your day in 60 seconds. Because, like Becky was saying, like there's gonna be days where, yeah, that sweet little angel, he's just, doing that thing that he does over and over and over again. And you gotta reset. Yeah, we all have bad days. So I love the guide to reset, and you can personalize it for yourself. We've got positive self-talk tips in there. It's a really good workshop, and you definitely leave in a better place. So if you want more information on that, text care. Would love to plug you in, because this is too much to fit into one class. But you probably got a wish list going now. So if you've on your worksheet have written down the adaptive and balance and the diffuser and coconut oil and uh, veggie capsules. I don't know what your wish list looks like, but check that out. I'm going to show you the 3 ways that you can actually get these oils in your home or in your classroom, right? The first is retail. So if you have my website, you can go to my website and order, but that's the most expensive way to do it. So I want to show you how you can save some money. Before you do order, if you're not like, oh, I already know what I want, like, let me help you. Please let me help you, because I can, listen to you, to what your needs are, your physical and emotional needs. You can tell me the budget you want to stick to, and I can help find you a good option. And a lot of times I know tricks for saving people money. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Um, but the best way to get these oils is to become a wholesale member. Do any of y'all have like a Costco membership or BJ's or Sam's Club? Those are those wholesale stores. So you pay a $35 fee for the first year to become a wholesale member, and then you'll get 25% off everything. Um, and after the first year, the price to renew actually drops down to $25 to be a wholesale member for that year. And you're also mailed a free bottle of peppermint. So it really pays for itself after the first year. And once you're a wholesale member, there's no like you're getting 25% off, which is a huge savings there, but there's no like minimums or commitments. Like
Mm.
everybody's like, okay, well, what's the catch? What's the loophole? Like, what am I committing to? Like, no, you're just getting that discount as a member. If you are like me and you order regularly, we do have a very rewarding loyalty program. It's called our loyalty rewards program. I like to think of it like frequent flyer miles, right? So
Mm.
every time you're ordering, you're earning points that you cash in for freebies. So I get a lot of freebies from the loyalty program, and you only have access to that when you're a member. But you don't have to use it. You can order once, you can order 1,000 times, whatever, but that is the smartest way to get the most things for free. But when you become a wholesale member, you're getting a lot more than a box of oils from us. You're going to get a welcome packet that I'll mail you. It's going to have some free samples, some empty roller bottles. You can make your own blends, self-care checklist, a daily checklist, just some really cool tools for starting to incorporate these oils into your natural lifestyle. But the big thing, the big value actually comes from the personal consultation. So this is you time. This is all about you. I can do this. It's usually like 30 to 45 minutes, and we go over all of your physical and emotional wellness goals and show you exactly how to use what you ordered so that you feel confident, you feel empowered to look, turn towards your oils first versus something over the counter that may not have good side effects. And then I also show you in that consultation, like how to use your membership, how to order, how to get the most savings, stuff like that. And you'll get access to our VIP education group. So every day we post wellness education in there, and it's run not just by us. So we actually work with a wide range of holistic health professionals. So we've got doctors, chiropractors, nurses, healers of all different modalities on our team that are giving you ongoing support in our community. And we have giveaways and stuff like that. So, and then anytime that you want to check back in with your wellness goals and have another personal consultation, you have access. You got us now. So there are a couple really cool promotions going on this month. So right now, if you get started with a wholesale membership in February, and if it's at least 100 points, so I'm going to show you some prices in a minute, and next to all the prices, you're going to notice a point value. The points are how we like track our promotions and things. So this month, if you get started and your starter kit is at least 100 points, and then in March, you're like, ooh, I want to use this loyalty program and start earning these freebies, and you place another 100 point order in March, then you're going to get 100 doTERRA dollars. Literally $100 to spend on whatever you want. What if you had $100? What would you buy? A new diffuser,
Yeah, no, that would be a top one.
right? Or
Frankincense.
frankincense, yeah, frankincense. So you get $100 for free. So this is a very, very good time to get started. And if your order is at least 200 points this month, you'll also get these two freebies for digestive health. So you'll get the Digest Zen blend, which like any tummy issues, Digest Zen. And you also get the soft gel. So it's like a pill form of that. So you definitely have the potential to get a lot of freebies this month. I put together a couple teachers kits. Like I put the items from the class that I thought we would want the most, and have a couple different options for you. So this is the teacher's intro starter kit. It has a diffuser, and it has the large size bottle. So all of our essential oils, they come in two sizes, right? So we've got the starter size, that's the 5 milliliter. And then we have the, yeah, here, okay. So like, so the 5 ml, and then triple that is the 15 ml. So just notice that there's different sizes here. But this intro kit has the diffuser. It has the 15 ml of adaptive. So that's going to be your stress blend, the one that we recommend everybody has. The On Guard for immune support, and wild orange, that really happy, uplifting oil. It's also really delicious in your water. And then you get 3 from the starter size. So the lavender, lemon, and peppermint. They're awesome on their own. But I actually love lavender, lemon, and peppermint in the diffuser when all the kids, like when the seasons change and everything's covered in pollen and everybody's sneezing. And yeah, like that's a great blend, those 3 to have in your diffuser. Now, with this kit, you do have to pay the $35 wholesale membership fee. It will give you 25% off retail for a year, and it's included in this price of $167. 167. So you can see it has it's worth 102 points. So this would qualify you for this new customer promotion. Or if you get this kit and then next month place another 100-point order, you get those 100 free dollars. This kit would qualify you for that. The second option we have is the teacher's basic starter kit. So this one is it's not much more, 167 versus 182. Not much at all. And this one actually gives you way, way more oil. You still get the diffuser, you still get the large size adaptive, on guard, and wild orange, but you're also getting balance blend. So that was that other really calming, grounding blend. And you are now getting a large size of the lavender and peppermint. So no lemon in here, but you get the balance and way more oil, triple the amount of oil. And because this is over 150 points, you don't have to pay that $35 wholesale membership. It's free with this kit. So, yeah, this is a lot more value than that first option. And the final one for teachers has the most value. So if you were like, I wanted everything from this class, it has pretty much everything we talked about. It's got a diffuser, it's got the large size of all these oils: adaptive, balance, on guard, lavender, wild orange, peppermint, and lemon. But it also has the deep blue stick. So any aches and pains are going to be covered with that deep blue stick. And it has a couple of the On Guard sanitizing items. So the wipes and the mist, the hand spray. And this one also waives that $35 membership fee. You do not have to pay that. So you get all of this for $239. Plus, it qualifies you for both of these promotions. So you can get your $100 and you get these two digestive supporting products for free when you get started with the deluxe starter kit. So that one's definitely the most value, the most freebies. But if you did not see a teacher's kit that was your favorite, or you're like, I wish I could just make my own, you can. You can create your own starter kit. So if you have your wish list, you can throw it all in a cart and I will try to help you get some of those freebies. But I'm happy to help you create that perfect kit for whatever your needs are and your budget. And a big thing that people, when they come to this point and they're like, oh, I want everything, but oh, I don't want to pay for it. I'm like, okay, you can either invest in, I don't know, your second Starbucks for the day, or you can invest in your health.
Ouch.
Like, no, I feel like if it matters to you, if you're tired of feeling the way you've been feeling and you want to make some changes, invest in yourself. It's not just going to be for yourself though. It's going to be for your classroom, for
Yeah.
your kids, for everybody you interact with, because you're going to be a better person. You're going to be feeling better. So I know when I got started, I got a kit that literally had every oil and I had no regrets. The only regrets I ever have from people is that they wish they would have got a bigger kit, because then when they start using it, they're like, oh, wow, I could have saved a lot getting a bigger kit and way more value. But that's where I come in. I can help you find the perfect way to begin. So go ahead. If you have completed your worksheet, send me pictures of both sheets to this cell phone number. If I don't have your mailing address, let me know so I can send you a gift for completing the workshop. And everybody who was a part of this, you actually now get a free wellness consult. So if you want to jump on a Zoom call with me for 30 minutes and we can go over all those physical and emotional things that you're looking to get some natural options for, you get that. You get it for free, even before you're a member. Once you're a member, you get me for life. But now, just one time, one little taste. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to show up for yourself and show up for your classroom today, and just sending extra love and light out to all of you teachers. You are what runs this world. Thank you for all that you do. Oh my goodness. And a loving reminder to go do something nice for yourself. All right. Have a good day.